Alright, another unusual game. At the moment we have a 2v2, and the teams are CSC Baby over here, and CSC Camel, against CSC Bieber, who is located over here, and EMA, who is located over here. So it is a CSC clan game. Right now we'll have a look, we'll speed it up, and we'll have a quick look at who's playing what. So EMA is playing as the Vikings, Bieber is playing as the Vikings, CSC Baby playing as the Huns, and Camel playing as the Vikings. Of course, this being a water heavy map, if you haven't already noticed, it will be extremely based in the water, and we'll see what happens really. I thought it was quite a well played game, honestly. And it's very interesting to watch. As you can see, from just looking at it, the mainland here is very open, so pretty much everything you build on it will be able to be hit from the water. So it's quite an interesting playstyle, honestly, if we look around. Alright, so we'll continue to just have a look and see normal coming up. So Huns over here, so not needing to produce those extra houses. So just going straight into the sheep. Over here, have the two houses up already, lumber camp coming up now. And you can see started on the sheep. Same deal over here, one house there, only one house up, no there must be two, yeah, two houses up on this side, and a lumber camp over on this side over here. Two houses there, and a lumber camp over here, so it's quite a basic step up, honestly. So we'll have a look at what's being explored. So the main island's of course not being bad, and for those who don't know, this is a migration map. On this map you actually, the goal is to get to the mainland, which is the big X out here. And that gives you a lot of the resources. If you can take control of that early, generally you're able to hold it from your opponents trying to land. So while they're getting set up, I would like to discuss something. My main point of interest at the moment has been what kind of sound do you want on these videos. At this current time there is no AoE soundtrack, it is just my voice and the creation sounds. So let me know whether you would want to put the actual AoE music on there as well, or actually put some real music on in the background. I'm sure there's something I could put in on that. Or if you'd just like to keep it like this. I know lots of people like it like this, but some people like something in the background. So definitely comment and let me know. Even post it on the channel, it doesn't really matter as long as I get some kind of just signal of where you're on really. So as we can see, Doc coming up here, and we'll swap over to Camel being the highest scorer there. And we'll see what he's up to. So he's got his dock up there, 3 fishing ships out, and scouted his entire island pretty much, as we can see. A mill coming up there, so he can advance up. Not necessary, because how close they are, but it will allow him to advance up into the next age. So as we can see, it's just continually just building up at 29 population now. Of course, going to feudal age is very important in Arabia, but on other maps it's different. You can't be attacked early on in this map, and to build galleys you need gold and wood, and you need lots of it, because of course it will come to who outnumbers. There's not really much. There's also a bit of micro that can go towards it, but not too much. As you can see, another lumber camp coming up there. As you can see, they are quite small patches of trees. But basically, if you have a good economy and you have resources coming in and in and in, and you can just keep producing galleys, you will get control of the water. Of course, having control of the water is very, very high on the priorities. It allows you to move around easy, it allows you to land in your opponent's base, and allows you to snipe them from the water. There's nothing bad that can come out of it, really. Unless your opponent goes straight to land, and in that case you'll have to be forced to delete off your ships. Alright, so going to feudal age now over here. Let's swap back down here to Bieber and see what he's up to. So he's got his 2 docks up, and over here he has 8 fishing ships to look at, and another dock coming up there. So he's ready to go into the galley stage. Turn forward war off so we can see where everyone is, and you can have a better look at this map here. So over here we have 2 docks up, and a 3rd down here. Lots of fishing ships being created, and Bieber has just gone into the feudal age. That means he's able to produce galleys. And galleys coming out now. Of course, if we can get up here quick enough, he will be able to sink all these ships over here. So we'll swap over to Baby and see what he is up to. Whether Baby's a he or she, I can't tell you, so definitely have to let me know if anyone knows. But I will just call him he from now on. So as you can see, galleys coming up here, hopefully being able to sink his opponent's ships over here. However, galleys are being built here, so that he will be able to respond very quickly. 3 coming out there, and 3 already on their way. So by the time Bieber gets up here, he will be heavily outnumbered. As we can see, galleys being built on this side here, and on this side here too. So it is going to be a very, very big water-based fighting map here. Alright, so coming in from this side here, coming out from here, and these ships are on patrol here, and they will have noticed these ones here and gotten some of those shots out there. However, he will be forced to move off as there are more of his ships than his, and at this point really it's just who has more ships. So you can see 4 ships there, so he will run away until these reinforcements here catch up, and so on and so on. As we can see, Bieber and EMA pushing heavily on this side of the map here, however Camel having lots more ships on this side, until he gets down to here and these reinforcements will be able to conjoin. Lots of fishing boats there, of course, primarily going that, so then you don't have to put farms up. Farms, of course, being very, very, very heavy on wood. As you can see now, going to Castle Age, which will allow the War Galley upgrade, and once you get that, you are pretty much, if you're the one with it, your opponent will pretty much run. They don't have much hope against it, really. Right, we'll come down here and have a look at Bieber. Bieber not advancing to the Castle Age at this point, so he will be in trouble when that War Galley upgrade comes through. EMA advancing to the Castle Age, and Camel also advancing to the Castle Age. So these teams here will be the first team to complete into the Castle Age and gain that War Galley advantage. As we can see, the scores are all quite close. Camel up by 100 points from EMA, who is the other team's highest scoring player. And as we can see, both massing lots of ships on either side right now. This side here, alright, so Camel just hitting Castle Age there, so we will be able to get that War Galley upgrade. Let's see, War Galley upgrade right there, so that'll allow him to push right through these ships here with relative ease. Baby also advancing in now, and waiting for that research to come in, I have no doubt. Oh, sorry, I'll just swap over here. Galley. War Galley, there we go. So as soon as this comes in, basically, he's going to be able to push all this back fairly easy. And there we go there. And we can see already looking a lot more threatening. On this side here as well, even though having more ships by the looks of it, having to run away, but now having equal, he'll be able to win this fight down here. As we can see, War Galley is going in through here, and Bieber dropping behind in score, and coming back up now thanks to that upgrade. Which means these ships will be upgraded shortly, and be able to fight off these ones here. 18 ships by the looks of it there. Of course, we'll come back and have a look at the economies again. Berry Bush is still there, not needing to go into them, as they already have all of these fishing ships out. Building University, so looking to advance again. If you can get that galleon upgrade out, of course, we will again have another big advantage. As we can see here, forcing this big fleet here back, and as soon as they get the upgrade, they will turn around as they have just done. As we can see, Camel over here pushing his way in, doing quite well there to hold this area, just trying to push in as far as possible. Of course, over here, Baby retreating, as he does not have enough ships to be able to win the fight. So, as we can see, not much going on. Nobody has landed on the mainland yet. However, it is mostly a water battle. These two over here controlling a lot of the sea, so not really having to go over. They have everything they need on their bases right now. Having no trade cogs have been sent out, so it has not been a necessity for gold yet. As we can see, this large fleet coming around here, of course, being one of the bigger fleets in the game right now. As we can see by this. As we can see, lots of houses built on this peninsula here. And as we can see, all these ships here being lined up so we can micro them a bit better. See, sending that ship out there, scouting all these ships here have now noticed this advancing attack here. Sending your ships in one by one like this, not good. As you can see, they can just micro up on them quite easily. However, being able to move all your ships in bulk is also good. As you can see, they take down all these ships really easy, and you can share the damage out. Being able to share the damage out and keep those ships alive for as long as possible is very, very handy. As you can see, pulling back here, no idea why. I think he would win that, honestly, if it came to it. But lots of these ships are injured compared to these ones down here who are all fresh. Alright, so staying up here. Definitely a bigger fleet than down there, so you would be able to push forward with that. However, more ships will be created in the time. So, Castle Age still, we'll check out what Camel is doing. Camel just building more and more ships by the looks of it, and Baby over here still going. Looks like starting to save up for Castle Age, for Imperial Age, sorry. And once, as I said, once you get that War Galleon upgrade, you're pretty much in control until your opponent can really react. And once you have control of the water, once you have control, it's really hard to take it back from you, because if you've got control, you can see as soon as they want to put a dock up, and then you can just go destroy the villager, destroy all the area on the dock there. So as we can see now, Camel on 4,000, Baby on 3,900, and EMA on 3,200, and Bieber on 3,100. So they are getting stomped on at this particular point in time. As we can see, getting very, very close to go to Imperial Age there. Very close indeed. Only needing another 150 food and 21 gold. So he now has enough gold. He just needs to get that little bit of extra food in, which we'll know about coming from one of these fishing ships. And that's a monastery going up there, so he is definitely getting ready to advance. Nearly there. Definitely having one of the bigger fleets at the moment too. This side here definitely being heavily into the water combat. As you can see, this fleet being put out here, so when they comes past, hopefully we'll be able to hit him from the side and do a lot more damage. And spending a lot of food there by the looks of it. So it's decided not to advance and most likely do handcart. There we go. On this side over here as well, see what Camel is up to. Camel looks like he's also storing resources, but doesn't look like he's storing as heavily. So these two will definitely be the first ones into the Imperial Age. So we'll come back to Baby over here, collecting resources again. And there we go, Imperial has started, so those galleys will be able to come out quite soon. As you can see, Green has moved onto the main island here, constructing a dock. However, Red is already on down here with a dock there, and already putting a town centre up here, and just scouting the main area around here. Alright, so this fight here going on will be very close until if that Imperial upgrade comes in. As we can see, not a lot of micro going on. Doesn't particularly look like it. A little bit going on now actually, and reinforcements being sent in there. But Baby looking very, very low on ships compared to here, especially with more of these reinforcements down here coming along the way. So more and more water fighting going over here. But in this case, Camel has managed to take over this complete side here. So now EMA will be in a lot of trouble trying to get ships onto this side of the base over here. And over here, it looks like Baby might just take it, having some reinforcements being sent from the main base. It'll be very close. However, as I was saying, Camel now does have a split area, so all these buildings along here, that lumber camp, villages, everything along there can be picked off slowly out, especially all this stuff here. It's picked off very, very slowly. And if he does that, he has complete control into this side of Beaver's base, which means while Beaver's trying to fight off on this side, he can attack from that side and vice versa. Nearly in the Imperial Age now. Once they get to the Imperial Age, honestly, if they haven't started advancing, they're in a lot of trouble, and that might be the game right there. So again, just advancing just down here, as we can see over here as well, as I predicted, Camel coming in here, destroying all these buildings at the side here, sending a ship out there, honestly not a great idea. At that point, you would just want to try and, if they've got this much control, you want to try and go straight to land. Just use that to your advantage, they have more ships. So Baby advancing into the Imperial Age there, and see if we can find Galleon upgrade. And Galleon upgrade being done right there. So as soon as that's done, he'll have complete control of the side, there is no doubt. Even if he's outnumbered, he will be able to win. So that is at 60% right now. And I just want to see you do it, so you can see just how much difference it makes per ship. So 135, 7 plus 3, 6 plus 1, and 6 plus 3. So that's the basic stats there, and as soon as they advance, I'll read them out again, you'll be able to see just how much they change. Alright, so it's gone from 135 to 165, 6 plus 3 to 8 plus 3, 6 plus 1 to 8 plus 1, and 6 plus 3 I believe it was, 7 plus 3. So they have definitely improved. Yeah, it was 6 plus 3. So they have improved quite a lot. There's not much really stopping them at this point in time. As you can see, Bieber being forced to retreat all the way back down here and putting a castle up here to hopefully block this canal area here. If it can hold out here and get that castle do a bit of damage, he might have a hope. But if Baby stays to this side over here, there's not much he's really going to be able to do. So as we can see over here, Camel just fighting his way down basically. Keeping this entire area here under control and just fighting around the side of his base here. So really at this point, there's not much either player can do. As we can see though, Bieber has spread out to the main island, but as I mentioned before, you are able to snipe them from the sides very, very, very easily. So even if he did manage to stay on here, they'd be able to put their ships up around the sides of this island here, and basically he wouldn't be able to do much. So Camel going to Imperial then, that means more galleons are going to be coming out, and which means more water control. At this point you can see basically they have control of all this bit of the map here. The only bit they don't have control of is this little bit here. As you can see, winning this fight here rather easily considering even that castle they're not doing a lot to help. Of course these galleons standing up to a lot more punishment than these galleys over here. And that castle of course going to be able to do a bit of damage, as you can see there, but not heaps. And there we go, EMA has resigned and Bieber has resigned. If your partner resigns at this stage of the game, there's no point really carrying on, there's not much you could do. As you can see, a town instead of being taken down there, complete control of the water on this side over here. All you would have had to do was fight off a little bit over here. Bieber on this side here getting smashed and was about to get overrun there. Alright, thanks for watching guys, hope you see it. Remember to comment, rate and subscribe. Thanks.